Today we want to show you how to take a brand new piece of furniture and add 250 years of aging to that, replicating the authentic markings of a true antique. This is a wormhole. This is the tracking. Interestingly, we had no way 150, 200 years ago to control worm infestation. So that was a natural characteristic that is now considered one of the most beautiful characteristics of an antique. Here are the materials you will need to complete this project. To simulate worm tracking and worm holing, we've actually demonstrated that on this store. And we want to show you a few simple common tools such as paper clips, a hammer, an ice pick, or if you want to go a little more fancy with it, you can make your own nail board. And with these simple tools, we can create authentic worm holing and worm tracking. So we'll demonstrate that by first of all opening up the paper clip to a design that simulates more of a worm track. Any design can work. The first thing is we want to determine exactly where we want the wormholes to take place. When I'm looking at the door, I would think that the wormholes would actually start as a colony, maybe on the edge, on the corner, and then begin to drift out. So the way we do that is there can be one, there can be many, there can be a colony. I'll add a few more here, maybe some in the center. Just like that. We can also do that with the ice pick, by the way, just like this. And you want to vary the intensity, you want to vary the angle. And the next thing is we want to add the worm tracking. So we take the paper clip that we opened up, we created the design. We always hold the paper clip and the angle in the direction of the grain. By holding that down and gently tapping with the hammer, and randomly moving that paper clip, we can create worm tracking. And just like that. So I won't apply a wood stain so that we can see the intensity of the worm tracking and the worm holing. You'll also notice one of the things that we did was applied to the end grain. That will keep the end grain consistent, keep it from going very dark. I like to use a rag just to work it into the corners and crevices. I do try to apply the stain liberal so that I make sure that I get it in all the distressing marks. So as we apply the stain, actually the stain has great penetrating opportunities, so it does accentuate the natural beauty of the wood. So we recommend that once the stain is applied that we allow it to set for a few minutes anyway, just to allow for optimum penetration. I also take the brush just to make sure that it's easiest to get in some of these corners and crevices. I don't want any light areas there. And then using a separate rag, I generally wipe in a circular motion first, and then finish up by wiping in the direction of the grain. Always finish up by wiping in the direction of the grain. Again, if you see any corners that are white, use the brush to clean those up. Clean the edges. And then make sure that we wipe off any fingerprints. The worm holing and the worm tracking technique.